What is going on, everybody? Ronin1011 here for ZephixEducation, bringing you another Photoshop tutorial. This one's going to be about lighting effects, okay? And I'm talking about lighting effects for your text or something like that. Something simple coming from here, okay? We're going to start with a new document. It's 1280 by 720 because that's what us YouTubers use, 720p. We're going to do this color for the background right there. There are the numbers for you. Okay, just pause the video if you want them. So we're going to Alt backspace bang. I like that color as a background, and that's what I'm using. Next, we're going to do a text layer, T for text. I'm using this color for text because I want it to be slightly brighter than the background, but I want it to be the same color. We're going to get some cool contrast going on. Boom. Let's throw the text here. I'm doing it 222 point for the font. Let's just write Zephix, y'all. Zephix. We're going to move it towards this somewhat center, whatever. Okay, and now what we're going to do is, before we do anything on the text, what I want to do is I want to do the background. I want to do a little lighting effect on the background to make the text pop out a little more, especially when we add a lighting effect to that. So we're going to go into render and lighting effects, okay? Now what you see here is the setup that I had before. I'm going to go to default, okay? Default, what? Default. Okay, if you've never seen this window before, this is the lighting effects window. You saw how I got to it. I'm not going to go into it that crazy. You got three different lights you can use: directional, omni, and spotlight. Spotlight is self-explanatory. It's one light shining in one direction on something with a target. These are other properties you can use to make objects and things look really cool. And basically, this entire lighting effect system is basically to give your artwork some dimension. Okay, so we're going to use we're just going to use this. Okay. Now let me see what we got here. I'm going to take this guy. You can move this around like this. Okay, this is obviously the direction of the light that the light was coming. Okay, so I took that, I moved that. Now I want to make the background. I want to do it soft. I want it to have some soft edges. I'm looking at the edges right now. I want to lower the intensity. That's the only thing I'm going to mess with. Maybe 25, maybe 22, 23. Maybe something like that. I want these edges to be. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. I don't want it to be too soft. I don't want it to be too dark. Let's see what that looks like, okay? Hit OK, boom. Yeah, that looks like something. That looks like something we can work with, okay? Let's go with that. I'm going to go to my text. I'm going to move it around a little bit more. Okay, so what we're going to do is, real quick, we're going to put a effect on here. Your probably first impulse is to do a drop shadow, which we will do, but not yet. First, we're going to pop this out like this. And I like a nice clean bevel. So we're going to do the depth at 104, and we're going to go down to size, and we're going to go all the way down so it can't go any further, which is 2. Boom. That's sharp, clean, nice. All right. Next, what we're going to do is, I can't really tell if this is center. You know what, let me just center this real quick. If you don't know how to center, you can click any two layers, hit your V key or your selection key here, and up top here you can have these are alignment things here. So I'm just going to align it to the center. Oh look, I wasn't that off. If I want to, I can align it here, align it there, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm going to go boom. This one's center. Oh crap. Center. That one's centered there and centered there. Okay, so we're completely centered. Boom. Okay, now back to this. So there's my nice clean bevel. Now what I'm going to try is I'm going to go back into the lighting effects, and we're going to stay with the same effect. It needs to rasterize the type. If you don't know what that means, it can't be a type layer. It's got to be an image layer. So boom, rasterize. So let me see here. I want a nice contrast. I don't know if that's what I want. Let me see. I'm going to leave everything the same real quick and just see what it looks like. That looks like too much contrast. So we're going to go back. We're going to go back into lighting. Oops. No, I'm going to go back into lighting. Render lighting. Okay, and I'm going to, what if I lower the intensity, what that does? Let me see. I want a nice, nope, that's too much. 19 maybe? Let's try 19, boom. Yeah, I think I like that. I think we could deal with that. Alright, we're going to go with that. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to actually add the drop shadow. Now we're going to double click the layer. Now we're going to go ahead to drop shadow. The fall looks fine. I think it looks good. We're going to mess with the drop shadow, so I'm going to show you in a second what it's going to look like. But I think that looks pretty cool. But I am going to move it. I'm going to move it away from it. I'm going to do about maybe. I don't want it to be too far away. Maybe 10. Let's try 10. Okay. Boom. So we're going to do 10. Now here's the cool part. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this drop shadow and we're gonna make it like we're gonna blur it a little bit. Okay, but we're gonna do it in 2 steps. So to get to the drop shadow, to be able to use it, we're gonna right-click the layer. We're gonna go we're gonna right-click the effects, and we're gonna go create layers. What that does is some aspects of the effects cannot be produced with layers. Whatever. It's just a warning telling you something stupid. Anyway, so these are all the effects. If you didn't know this, you can actually break down all of your effects like that. So boom, there's my text. That's my inner bevel, and then there's my my inner bevel shadow. Okay, highlight and shadow, and then your drop shadow. Boom. Now I have a separate drop shadow. I can do whatever the freak I want with it. All right. In case I screw up, no, I'm not gonna double. No, I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is this. On this layer here, the drop shadow level, and when you make layers, it creates it like this. Anything that goes underneath it will be underneath the actual layer, and anything that gets put into the image itself gets kind of put on top of it. It goes like that and has little arrows and things. I'm not going to get into that technically. Anyway, so we're going to take drop shadow. What we're going to do is we're going to blur it. Blur, blur, blur. But what we're going to do is we're going to do motion blur. Motion blur. And let me see what that looks like. Yeah. That looks alright. Doesn't, yeah. Let me see. Nope, too much. Too much, too much. What was that on? 26? Yeah, let's try that. And I like that angle. Actually, I didn't even go into the angle when I did the drop shadow because the angle looked pretty good. You want it to look like the shadow is going to be something like that, you know. I'm not a cinematographer per se, but I don't know. That looked pretty decent to me. Anyway, so we're going to do that with the drop shadow. We added a motion blur with that direction. And now, where you going, bro? Now we're going to go back and we're going to do Gaussian blur to just blur it a little more so it's not so in your face like, hey, look at me, I'm motioning something. I wanted a little bit of motion, but I also want it like that. I want it something like that. Let me see. Scrolly scroll, that's a 0. That's what it looked like. We just want to blur it a little bit more. Yeah, whatever, something like that. Bang. Maybe a little more. All right, bang. Okay, that's it. That's what I wanted to show you for that. So that's one way of doing it. With excuse me, I was about to cough. Simple lighting effects. Now something that I would do real quick. I like to show you guys these quick little tip things. This is what I would do. See all this mess here? Yeah, I don't want that hanging around. So what I would do is I'd make a group, make a folder, boop, pop it in the group, and I can name it, whatever. Doesn't matter. And then I have complete control over what I want to do with it. If I want to move it, whatever. But anyway, that's basically what I wanted to do with this. Sorry, I hit my microphone, wiping my eye. There is one other thing that I wanted to show you with lighting effects. That looks like a cool effect. I can make this, if I wanted to, I can intensify it with the fill, whatnot, something like that. That looks a little bit better. Excuse me, I just burped. Jeez, what's going on with my bodily functions right now? I think I'm hungry. So, one other thing I wanted to show you. I know this video is kind of long. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to watch the whole thing. But I wanted to show you one other thing. I want to do another text layer. All right, shut that down. I want to do another text layer to keep that color. All right. Zephix, y'all. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna align it again. All right, bang, bang. All right. Now what I want to show you is we're gonna go back with the same bevel on it. What was that? I think it was 104 and 2. Same bevel. Actually, no. You know what? No, I'm not gonna show you a bevel. I want to show you without the bevel. That was the whole point of this thing. No bevel. All right. What I want to show you to do is you can actually use an alpha channel to create a bevel too. All right, and you can have control over there. It's kind of a backwards way of doing it, but if you want to do everything in lighting, you can do it like that. I figured I'd just show you since I'm doing lighting. You're going to go into channels. Sorry. You're going to control-click on the text to get the outline. You're going to go into channels. You're going to click new layer. Boom, and that automatically creates an alpha channel. All right, and if you don't know what an alpha channel is, go see one of my early tutorials on ZephixEducation. Yeah, sorry, I just plugged myself on ZephixEducation. So what? Okay, so there you create an alpha channel, and I'll show you what you're going to do with it. You're going to go back here, and you're going to go up into filter again, and you're going to go into render, lighting effects. Yes, 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 rasterize. Okay, check this out. Didn't really go into any of this stuff, but down here you can have a texture channel, okay, which is pretty cool because whatever channel you have in your channels thing, it'll use as a I don't even, I'm completely blanking right now, but it'll use it to create a 3D effect to give it more dimension. Okay, so we're going to use this alpha channel, which is basically working on itself. And what you have here is, if you can see here, it's changing the the height of it. So it's saying white is height, meaning it's going to push it up. Anything white is pushing it up. Anything white, when I have it off, is pushing it down. So we're going to leave it on white is high, and this is just creating the depth. As you can see, it's creating a lot of what it's doing. It's making it flat, it's making it huge. Okay, let's see what it looks like that. Okay, it's kind of weird, but anyway, you can see it created this same type of, it's a similar bevel effect, but it's a bevel using the lighting as opposed to using the actual thing. If you look here, see the difference? You can see the difference in the beveling, what it does. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and we're going to go, and real quick we'll go back to the lighting effects, and instead we're going to make it, let's see what it looks like if we go a little bit flatter. Let's see if we go, I don't want it to be too crazy, just that looks somewhat okay. And so there you go, it's got it's another thing. And if to make it look better, we go and we drop a drop on it, drop shadow, right? Let's do what I say, 10 and 5. So it's a little different. Looks like it's a little sharper. I actually don't like it that much, but you guys might. I just figured I'd just give you guys the option of to do something like that. Like I said, the difference, as far as my knowledge is concerned, is that when you do an effect bevel, you're going to get it. You can get a cleaner look or something like that, but it's not based on the lighting. It's going to be based on the text, the contours of the text. If you do it, if you do it through lighting, you're going to do it with the it's going to be based on the actual lighting. So it may be something you need, not on text, but on something else, on an image, and and some speed art background or something like that. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. I'm going to turn this one off because I like this one better. That's it, guys. Please subscribe to Zephix Education, Zephix TV network. We're an awesome network. We're growing stronger every day. So please give us your love, okay? Also show me some love, Ronin1011, on my personal channel. Check out some cool Let's Plays I do. Minecraft, other stuff like that, tutorials, all that good stuff. Anyway, that's it, guys. Peace out.